Okay, there was a black lady right behind me. He let that door go and slam in her face. And I looked, and I even said to him, I said, oh, that was very rude. A lot of black men that specifically date white women like to treat black women horribly.
Y'all do know 30 is not old. We are all around you.
43 years old, and right now I am having to convince a 29-year-old man that I cannot date him.
I'm supposed to do with that. I was like, where is my man?
For some black men, because I know it's not all, so don't come for me saying she said all. I never said that, but I do have a question for some, specifically the black men who choose to date white women, because that is where I have seen it the most. But I was about to go into the store, right? There was a black man there. He was with a white woman. You could tell they were together. Okay, as I'm getting ready to come into the establishment, I'm right behind them. He holds the door for me. I said, thank you. He said, oh, you're very welcome. Okay, there was a black lady right behind me. He let that door go and slam in her face. And I looked, and I even said to him, I said, oh, that was very rude. And he said, what happened? I held the door for you. I said, yes, you did. I said, but why did you let it slam in her face?
I wonder why they left.
And he just kind of smirked and walked off. I have noticed that a lot of black men that specifically date white women like to treat black women horribly.
You can't make this up.
And I will never understand it. I do not give a damn who you choose to date. You can date whatever people you want to date. I don't give a damn. But why must you treat black women so horribly?
That need to be said again and again with fierce conviction.
Into the establishment, I'm right behind them. He holds the door for me. He holds the door for me.
Take note.
I said, thank you. He said, oh, you're very welcome. When you choose to date outside of your race. And I have seen this more than once, so don't tell me that was just him, because it's not. I have witnessed it, that when a black man chooses to date another race, he chooses to treat black women like trash. He holds the door for me. And that's the most ignorant I have ever seen in my life. He holds the door for me.
Who's going to tell her? Who's going to tell her? He could have thought you were like a 40, probably are, a 50-year-old black woman, and that was a younger black woman. He was just trying to show respect to his elders, and she takes that as like he's bashing black women. The man probably has no grudges towards black women. How do you get that from that when you look like an old lady? How? Because that's how you should have taken it seriously. Because I'm looking at you as you're explaining it, going, all right, she's showing a guy that's rather young with a young white woman. Of course, a man doesn't care, not because of a black man and a black woman, but because of feminism. Yes, because of feminism, he's thinking, oh, women and men are equal, right? But for an older woman, he's thinking, let me get that door.
He holds the door for me.
Am I cooking, huh? Come on now. I got the pan on nice and hot, and I'm frying it. But no, because you need to get fried. Why are you assuming? Like, a lot of men date white women and they don't feel disrespect towards black women. Stop it. Stop making it like we're as jealous as you are, like the shoes on the other foot. Because who's more concerned about who dating who? I'll let the people answer that.
Your future husband is not going to care about your career, your accolades, or your accomplishments. The thing he is going to care about, though, is your looks. Therefore, make sure you're investing your time and energy into what's aligned with your desires and goals.
Yes, do that. You said it right. Don't focus on your career. A man does not care. Oh, that rhymes. Don't focus on your career. A man does not care. Sing it. Don't focus on your career. A man does not care. Yeah, ladies. That's a jingle you should have in your head as you're going through college. Maybe not even as you're going through college. Just keep that in your mind. Don't seriously, because what happens? You get your degree and you start doing dances. The last video, I think it was a video before this one, where the lady is like, she do a little shimmy because she got a degree. Why do that?
Creator on my For You page talking about where are the people in their 30s? We never hear from them. Where are you? Where are you guys at? Are you guys there? And I'm like, do I need to get off this app? I feel like a bear in hibernation that just got woke up. We are here. We just sleep. But I'm up. Y'all do know 30 is not old. We are all around you. But just like my big forehead hiding behind his hat, you can never tell. Our skin be glowing. We be drinking our water and minding our business. So I know it'd be hard to tell, but we here. And I was just 20 the other day. Like, your 20s are gonna go by like this. So enjoy it while you can, because it will not last forever. The 20-year-old me don't got shit. The 35-year-old me. Now, don't get me wrong now. Okay, because I'm not gonna fake it. I'm not gonna lie on this app. Okay, it's stressful as hell sometimes. Get you a therapist. Invest in a therapist, okay? If you have kids, get you a nanny or a babysitter. Get you some help, okay? Don't do this by yourself. You better find you a husband. You better find you a partner, okay? And if that don't work, get another. Get another. I'm not judging you, but it's hard out here because you get tired in your 30s. You get tired of people, you get tired of places, you get tired of dressing, you get tired of a lot of things. That's why most of us 30-year-olds are drinking coffee a lot. We drink iced coffee. We're not drinking it for fun, we're drinking it so we can stay alive. But outside of that, you're gonna be just fine because your 30s is where it's at, okay? 30s and thriving, 30s and rich, 30 and boss moves, 30s and doing what you wanna do, okay? You will have your best times in your 30s. My 20s was figuring out my life. And 30 is not the end game. You hit your 30s, you are thriving, you are making money, you are minding your business, you are focusing on what matters to you, what's the most important thing to you. You're also looking youthful, you look young, you're having fun. Like someone said, once you hit 30.
Over 27, unmarried, female. What do you call this lady? In China, if women who remain unmarried in their late 20s and 30s, we call them 剩女, which means leftover women.
That's it. No, it is not. And I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. You know what I think the thing is? I think people think that we're not here because we may not look it. You know, a lot of us 30-year-olds probably don't look 30 to y'all. Like, we look 20. But you know what? I don't really like the, how old do I look? Do I look this age? I'm not really here for that. I love being in my 30s. I've never felt like, oh my God, I have to pretend like I'm someone else. I know that I can still have fun. Now I'm just focusing on not just one thing, but I'm focusing on multiple things. I have a family now. Like, having a family is a beautiful thing. Having love, having someone love you, having someone say they want to spend the rest of your life with you is a beautiful thing. It's lit over here. I mean, we be stressed out, but we go to therapy, okay? Just go get a therapist. 30s is all about getting a therapist. Stop lying to yourself. Go get a therapist, okay?
One thing I have to say with her, from the way she's saying, she did it right. She understands. She's a grown woman. I could say that, right? She has a family. She's mentioned that. Of course, she has a man. She mentioned that in many different ways. But a lot of you ladies need to learn. But I tell you this, the woman that matter, they don't have that, how to get a man advice. They're talking things that make sense. They're talking about things that make sense, right? Because they don't have the time. Why? Because their minds are not to the floor like most of you others. Because the ones that are single, this is how you do this with a man. Talking about how to game a man. It's a lot different.
Man with 3 children, all by my wife. I just had to caveat that. But as a 31-year-old man with 3 children, a set of 5-year-old twins and a 1-year-old that turns 2 in 2 weeks. The house is crazy. I've been seeing the trend of people talking down on women specifically. she's X amount of years old and she doesn't have any kids. It must be something wrong with her. First off, abortions are a thing. Let's just start there, then let's move back. Birth control is a thing. Move back one more. Abstinence is a thing. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of these women are closeted. Nobody talks about that part, but a lot of women are closeted. They've been had girlfriends since they was 20. They 30 now. Of course they don't have kids. I just keep to myself, she has a girlfriend who's on the same time. But even with all that being said, right? Why are y'all acting like something wrong with a woman who doesn't have... Damn, you dog the single moms? What the think y'all be celebrating these women? She's lived life intentionally and didn't have children. She ain't married, so she ain't got kids. What's the problem? Yo, people, and this, you know what's crazy? It's not men. It's women talking down on the women who don't. It's the women with the kids talking down on the women without the kids. That's jealousy. That is jealousy. That is jealousy. That is envy. All that wrapped up with a pretty bow on it called a TikTok take. That's really how you feel in real life. You see a 35-year-old woman out with her friends getting mimosas, endless mimosas at brunch, and you're pissed because you can't do that anymore. You haven't been able to do that since you was 25 because you decided to have children, which there's nothing wrong with it. I have children. But being mad at a woman who chose not to, yo, I don't get it, bro. Because there's negatives and positives to each. And I would imagine that you would have accepted the negatives and positives of being a mom. Just like the single woman with no children accepted the negatives and positives of not being a mom. Right?
Well, I get what he's saying. But at the same time, I think the people shaming it is wrong. Because they are mad. They're not really mad, but they see... A lot of ladies here, you gotta understand, see them having kids as a highlight. They try to big themselves up like, oh, see, I did it right. No, you didn't. You didn't do it right, and they didn't do it right. How about that? Seriously, you're all in the wrong boat. So you didn't do it right because if the women are gay, I hate to offend you, but it's not right. Straight up, right? If you're having abortions, you're killing babies, it's not right. All of it's not right. I see, I promote that lady a lot. The women that are having their kids early, then pursuing their careers. The woman that was 20 years old and in her late teens, had her children, and then was married, and after that, pursued her career and still became a boss babe. I respect that. So all of them are doing it wrong. Women like that are doing it right.
No kids, and I really sometimes I'm like, is this what this? I'm Barbie.
Barbie.
I'm Barbie. Hi Barbie. I get to do whatever I want, whenever I want, however I want to. I don't have anybody to answer to. If I want to go spend $1,000 and get my lips done, I can.
Why?
If I want to not show up to work for a week and go to France, I can.
Oh, this girl's a loser. Seriously, she's a loser. But let me let her finish.
If I decide that I want to save all my money and buy myself Barbie's dream house, I get to do that.
Oh, no.
Don't let people tell you that just because you're single or just because you don't have a family or just because you don't have kids or because you don't have, like, whatever your circumstances are, don't let that be a reason why you're not happy, dude. Your life is great. Your life is wonderful. Your life is perfect. It's always working out for you and it's never working against you.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, right? Like the other guy was just talking about it, and you gotta think about it and say, why? Why is it like that, right? Why? Either you don't want kids, which I can't shame anybody for that. If you don't want kids, more power to you. You may regret it later. I don't know that. I can't say that. But if you were looking to have babies, you are out of your mind to wait till you're 30 and say, I can build Barbie's dream house. I'm like, seriously, you sound nuts. My question would be, are you looking to have children? Seriously. Well, yeah, I am. I dropped the mic. Seriously, like I'm imagining we're on a talk show or one of those podcast shows and we're talking back and forth. My next question, are you looking to have children? I dropped the mic and pay for another one. Seriously. That would be my thing in the podcast. Dropping the mic. Man, why does this guy always drop the mic? I call it drop the mic. That'd be the name of the podcast. Drop the mic. Mic's dropping everywhere. Because you already know the craziness ladies say. Oh, Barbie's dream house. Drop the mic. I'm throwing the mic. Yeah. I can take a pay $1,000 for a lip filler. Drop the mic. Throw the mic. Because this is nonsense. Nonsensical.
43 years old, and right now I am having to convince a 29-year-old man that I cannot date him because he is 29 and he needs to find a woman that he can have a family with and a life with, and that is not me. Like, what the fuck? Even my cat is like, bitch, this is crazy. Like, yeah, these young boys, y'all need to find y'all's women that you can do your thing with. But us older ladies, we are not here for the long haul with y'all. We're not.
Bragging. Why are you bragging? Men are in other countries finding love, getting married to Filipinus, Thai woman, and you're having one night stands with young boys. Come on now. Stop it. This is despicable. Sodom and Gomorrah. Seriously, that's the problem. A lot of times when ladies don't have kids, Sodom and Gomorrah. They're having abortions, Sodom and Gomorrah. That's what it all is. We got to be real.
If they wanted to, they would. Except that's not necessarily true, is it? Because there are a lot of reasons why people don't. You know, fear of rejection, vulnerability, insecurity. And these are all issues I feel like that could be worked through with simple communication. People are so afraid of being vulnerable these days because somebody from the past has burnt them. And instead of working through these issues that they developed from being burnt, they stumble through life projecting on these issues onto other people and creating these dysfunctional relationships with other people. And I genuinely believe that's why I have such a hard time accepting no response as a response at times, is because there's a reason, and I want to get to the bottom of it, and I want to work through it because I've been there. But people are just too afraid of simple communication, which ultimately leads to this fear of commitment, is what it all boils down to. It's a hard time to date in 2025.
It gets your attention, though. That's what's happening. All right, it has you making a TikTok video about it. You deep down cherish it, and you don't notice it. You cherish toxicity, right? That's all guys have for you. It's situationships, because you ladies have said it. You said it over and over again. Yeah, I don't want a guy to be so serious. I want a guy to be cool. I want a guy to sell drugs and scam people. Like, you ladies say all kind of things. Even the good ladies, even the white women say things like that. Not scam, but you know what I mean. The bad boy, but the good guy, but all that stuff. The corporate dog, and then the white woman, they want the bad boy too. Still a corporate dog. The guy that runs white collar crime, embezzles money. They want that kind of thing. Same difference, right? But yeah, dating is cooked nowadays. And who fried it? Who put who turned the stove on hot, left the oven on, and everything? Like a turkey's in there, you put the oven on 500. That's what ladies did and say, because they're not cooking. They're not cooking. So it was the first time cooking a turkey. They put the oven on 500. Said it's gonna cook. Just wait an hour. It'll be fine. And wondering why you have what you have now. Shame.
Recently dated was a member of a country club here, and a very prestigious one here in Colorado. He was about 70 years old, and we were having this conversation about dating younger women, younger men, what have you. And he said to me, and I think this was respectful, but it proves there's a point. He said he would not take any of those if he dated a younger woman, he would not take them to any of these social events at his club, at his golf country club. And I said, why not? And he said, because I don't want to offend the wives of all of my friends. And yeah, go ahead and give him some credit for that. But what I said to him was, if you love someone and you're willing to, you want to share your life with them, this is part of your life, and you're worried about their feelings and what they think about you and her, no, that is not fair for your life. And if those women are insecure because there's a young hottie sitting at the table, that's their problem. That's their problem. People need to live their life and be happy. Be happy living your own life and your decisions, right? So you're 70, you're dating a, let's say, 35, 40-year-old woman, and she's probably looking pretty good. And these other women are going to be upset about that? I wouldn't be upset. I probably want to just have fun with her. Like, it's not her fault either. There's a lot to dating younger, whether you're a man or a woman dating younger. There's a lot to think about, and everyone has their choices.
I respected his decision. Like, she doesn't understand what he means by younger. He's talking about he may be 60, 70 years old, and she's in her 20s. He can't bring her around them like, huh? She won't even know how to conversate. She's gonna be sitting there like this, boobs hanging, boobs everywhere. Like every time she turns, boobs is knocking people's golf clubs over. He's talking about that kind of lady. That's offensive. I get it. He's right. I respect his decisions. She's an older woman. She should understand that. I don't think she's thinking. She's not using her logic. Like, I wouldn't be going anywhere. Too much drama with the younger ones, in my opinion. Just saying. No, it's not. The younger ones are the ones without the drama. Yes, you do. In the States, yeah. you have a lot of drama in the States with the younger ones because they're worse than older ones. But you take that plane and land in another country. I'm telling you, come over here. And a woman are requesting older men. They want a man that's not going to cheat on them. So they think sometimes, a lot of times, that's an older man, but that's not the case because what? Everyone wants an older man, so he's probably going to be the biggest cheater. But I don't want to go too deep into that. But that's how it is. She has no idea.
I'll have to have the same conversation every 90 business months, but I'm never beating if she loves her 9-to-5 job allegations.
Yeah.
Think about a PTO, paid holidays, no nights, no weekends, a 401k company.
Let's go 50-50, girl. Tell her, guys.
Is getting a consistent paycheck. Nothing.
Yeah.
I know that every 2 weeks,
hard worker.
get paid.
She got a chance.
Go
get her.
You want to call it.
Go get her.
Coming. And I leave work
okay.
at work. I do my job. I
want to go 50-50?
Well, and at 5 o'clock, 4:59.
Yeah, what you gonna do, girl?
Family.
Yeah, oh yeah, your family. Damn, she got a family.
Take advantage of the
you got a man.
Take my skills and credentials somewhere else in the morning. I don't know why y'all get on this app and tell people to quit their job and become an entrepreneur or a business owner. Not everybody wants to do that. I'm sorry
You're
to tell
right.
you this, but every 9 to 5 job is not a dead end job. People have careers out here
Thank
that they
you.
are passionate about, that they went to
Thank
school
you.
for, that they enjoy, that they love to do. If you own your own business or you're an entrepreneur, good for you.
Yeah.
We don't want to work that hard.
I like what she said because she's one of those girls that'll have she's ready to go 50-50. I can tell. She's a 50-50 girl. I respect her. She has a family. I see it. She has a family, a man at home. Yeah, I can tell. From just in everything she's saying. I'm a 9 to 5 girl forever. And that's what it is. Like ladies say I want a man that makes more. But a lot of guys are 9 to 5 guys forever too. They are. I don't expect every man to be like me and go out and get it every day and hustle. That's not for everybody. Ladies have to understand that. Every man is not a hustler. It has to be in you. And ladies try to force that out of men, and men leave them because of it. I can't get this girl. She always wants to make me do more. Like, why are you trying to make me work? Because seriously, I'm the kind of guy that's going to work forever, right? I've had guys that are coming over to the Philippines. They say, I got to stay away from you, Jay. You trying to make me work. I'm a hustler. Let me go on to the next one.
Oh man, I don't have no husband yet. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Why did a bird get sucked into my air conditioning unit? And all I heard was, like, what am I supposed to do with that? I was like, where is my man? Very much. Where my man at? Because I'm not finna go out there. I'm not doing it. Absolutely not.
Quarter maintenance. Like, your man is not going to know how to do it either. Like, your man doesn't fix air conditioning units. Like, he's going to call maintenance. Like, what do you think we all are? Like, I want to know what to do with that. Like, seriously, like, I don't fix houses even a man that fix houses, he doesn't fix. He can take it apart. I can't lie. I do know how to use a screwdriver. Yeah, I guess man, because I would take it apart and then put it back together. I could do that. So she's right. She needs a man, but still, a lot of men are not trying to take apart, use their screwdrivers. Like a lot of men are not handymen. I happen to be somewhat of a handyman. I can't fix a car, but I can unplug screw things, find out where this goes, where that goes, change a part in something. I can do that. You still need to call maintenance. A man is not going to know about that a lot of times. That's what you need. But yeah, guys, other than that, I want to thank you guys for watching. As you see, so many think they have it figured out, even an old lady, but have no clue. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. Peace out. See you next video.